Day 33. So, it's funny, I was talking with my current girlfriend yesterday. The young one I told you about all this time. And so the process of wooing her went on over a bit of a month. Maybe longer, actually. Actually, a bit longer because when my other relationship was coming to a close, we were on again, off again, and, I'd hopped on a dating site and approached her and back and forth, back and forth. But through patience and just not being needy, which is a mistake the mistake I made with the woman I really love. I tell you, regret certainly weighs tons. But anyway, she had another guy in the picture that she was seeing. I should say, she's kind of a nervous girl, and so the mistake, this guy made a couple of crucial mistakes to their relationship. The one mistake he made is that she confided this in me. When they first started dating, he had to nail her down to a commitment, which she agreed to, but I think reluctantly, because women don't really like that. Anyway, she spoke to me yesterday that, this week two things happened. A, she called me and she asked if she could be my girlfriend, which is perfect. You don't want to ever solicit that from a woman, so I'll probably, I said I'd think about it for a couple days, and of course I'll let her take that title, but, you can't give too much. But yesterday she called me and said that this other guy came out of the woodwork and sent her this long drawn text about how they had connection, this, that, the other thing, and it drove her crazy. And you know what? That's a similar text I sent to my girl when we were closing things off. Women don't want to hear that. And this is the proof that I'm on the inside. For all I know, there was another guy on the inside looking at those texts from my girl. I have no idea. I mean, I thought we really did have a connection. We were together for a year, more than a year, for heaven's sakes, and frustration, man. But it just goes to show you that my current girl was, what do I do? She's asking my advice, what to do with this guy. I just simply said, I said, I feel sorry for him. He over-invested in you too early. And that's really the case. This guy really did over-invest in this girl too early because they'd gone out only a handful of times. Now, in the case of my situation with my other girl, I don't think I over-invested. I was there for a year. I over-invested from the standpoint of how much I threw into the relationship, absolutely, versus what she was throwing in. But I think my email or my responses to her when we were closing off were quite a bit more qualified from the standpoint of, we men want to preserve. As I've said to you before, look around you. Everything in this society, in this world, is built by us because we want to make things better and preserve life. Women like to use the stuff we make, but they're not going to make anything. Anyway. So I must be an empath because I fell for this guy. I could just visualize him, having an attraction for this girl, but his mistake was he just invested too much too soon, and just a young guy, he's about 30. And at the end of the day, as I said, I was the best choice for her. I'm a little more mature, a little more relaxed. I probably have more resources. I make her feel differently. So really, as I experienced, or as we were going through this no contact phase with my other girl, I can't help but think that it's sinking into her that I am the best choice. If indeed she's dating, and she may very well be, but I don't know. But based on her personality, I think she might be. The schlub she's with will not compare to me. And by now, if she's been with him for 2 or 3 weeks, I think she'll be seeing that. Maybe she'll push forward. Hard to say. The no contact period makes them miss you, but the fading effect bias where she'll forget some of my needy behaviors, and she'll remember I'm a really strong man. Because, again, when I'm not faced with the crisis of losing my relationship, I am a strong, confident person. And, I guess we can be in that particular circumstance, I was at my worst from the standpoint that you're frantically searching for any way you can to save a situation. That's why as a man, it's good to never react, never be reactive, always be proactive, meaning that when you're presented with a circumstance of chaos, you don't just join that chaos. You stand back and you look at the chaos and you think about it. Always very, very important to do that. Something that I will do from now on without question. Because this pain that I'm experiencing, or it's a little less now as time helps, right? This pain is so exquisite in its severity that I never want to come here again. And I could have escaped some of this pain by being proactive instead of reactive about many, many things. So, like I said, as I said in my other video, this is the importance of failure. I'm clearly being prepared for something. I don't know what it is, but I'm being prepared for something because my relationship with my other girl was the most important thing in my life. With the exception of my children, but on a very similar level. Nothing matters more to me than my kids, but my other girl, at the time when we were together, I had an affection for her, which I felt was as great, but again different, because romantic relationships are. I often said to her, romantic relationships are the most powerful, but they're also the most fragile, and it's true, because they really can turn on a dime. Always remember that. You can have the most powerful and wonderful and loving experience in the world in a romantic relationship with a woman. But make sure that you're always aware of your frame, because if you go out of your frame, you can fuck it up overnight. So, so going back to the story, she's asking what to do with this guy, and I just said, hey, send him a text saying, thanks very much for reaching out again, but because she put him in the friend zone, right? I mean, my other girl attempted at one point to put me in the friend zone, and I said, no, I'm not doing that. I love you too much to ever start liking you. But some guys will take table scraps. But at the same time, this guy creates a level of anxiety, and when a man's reaching out to a woman like that, he's basically saying to the woman, please save me from my emotions. And a woman does not want to do that. It's essentially what I did with my girl. And I regret it so much. But regret is a wasted emotion, so, I can't do anything about it now. And all I can do is move forward and You know, as she's checking out the grass on the other lawns, she's going to realize that our grass was very green. It's just a matter of when. Of course, I would love it if it was sooner than later. I feel that now this period has elapsed, I'm far more well equipped to deal with her as a woman than I was even when this thing went down. Because if she had come back to me like in a week, it wouldn't have been the same shit. So I feel that I'm, after long reflection, even doing these videos has helped a lot with reflection about the bigger picture. So anyway, I consulted my current girlfriend. Just said, hey, send me a note saying, you know, I'm sorry that you're having a hard time, but you got to stop reaching out to me like this. And if you continue, I'm going to block your number. I didn't tell her to go so far as to block his number, but I guess she could. See, I feel sorry for this kid, but he's 30, he's got lots of time. He doesn't realize how much time he has. I mean, I'm 46. I have lots of time. I mean, my family lives to 100. Now, I don't know what dating you're doing when you're 90, but, you know, I got at least a good... You know, if Hugh Hefner could be a dating fiend in his 70s, then I've got at least a good 30 years on me. 30 years is a long time. And whether my girl comes back in this month, 6 months, a year, I don't care. When she does come back, I will do it right. I will do it right, and I will preserve this. I will do everything that is necessary for me to preserve our relationship for the long term. Of course, it's a two-way street, I understand that, but I believe she has the building blocks to do that if you answer the needs of her femininity. Some guys say, what's the point? All I can tell you is that if you had sex with her, you know what I'm talking about. She's unbelievable. Best I ever had. And is the sex worth it? Yeah. I gotta be honest and say it was. I'd pay... If I had to pay for that, I'd pay a lot. She was just spectacular. But, you know, that's because, you know, I have a high sex drive. I've got a lot of testosterone in my system, and it's very important to me. You know, it's almost on the same level eating, and so if I can eat at the best restaurant, I will, because it was always rock solid right to the end, which really made the separation so difficult. Because, you know, you're used to eating filet mignon every night, and all of a sudden you're having crackers. You know what I mean? And I can't help but think that she's feeling this now, because, again, she always extolled how she couldn't believe how over the top our connection was. And I don't think she was lying. I think that it really was. It was just like, I wore her out. And, if anything, she's got to be comparing her current... So if she's with the dude currently, I just don't think the average man can perform the same way I do. I'm not trying to blow my own horn here, but I just... You know, as men our age go, I think I'm quite a performer. We'll see. I could be lying to myself, but I'm just going on evidence. I actually had quite a few women in my past reach back and say it was the best ever. So... Is that what's going to save the day? Maybe. It was what kept our relationship longer together than it should have been, based on my behavior. So we'll see. Anyway, dating 33. And I put my intention out to the universe. I want her to come back this month so we can go on our trip. So it's in the universe's hands. I have to trust the universe to know what's going on. Because I have made it clear that despite all the horseshit, I want her. You know, you can go and say the universe is going to assign a person to you, but I want her. I want her. So we'll see. Anyway, guys, be the best choice. Part of being the best choice, be strong, stoic. Go look at Rollo Tomasi's work. The 9 Iron Rules of Rollo Tomasi. You can find that on YouTube. If I had followed those 9 Iron Rules, I wouldn't be in this situation. I will never deviate again. Thanks, guys.